That is down to this man we're about to hear from now, and he's also doing the business at the other end of the pitch. It's Gabriel.
Gabriel, parabéns, uma vitória muito importante. Congratulations, a really important win. Como você descreveria o jogo de hoje? How would you sum up that match?
Yeah, we are so happy. We know we play at home in front of our fans, and we front a big team like Atletico, but everyone worked well, and yeah, we need to keep it going, and it's, of course, a big win. Need to enjoy, but need to rest as well because we have a big game on Sunday as well.
Lance de bola parada, de novo, another set piece. Conta para nós sobre seu gol. Talk us through your goal.
Nice. I think it is. We work a lot, and it's not on me. It's about the team. How we when we get on the box, we believe. And of course, Declan Rice is a believer.
Another game, another clean sheet. Just how much confidence does your defensive record give you going into each game?
Yes, it's good for us. It's giving us too much confidence, and we need to keep going. And yeah, we just start the season, and we need to keep pushing and work a lot. And yeah.
So far, so good. I know there's a long way to go, but can Arsenal win it this year?
No, we just, like I say, we need to keep going, and yeah, need to keep work together. And we know we have an amazing team, and we need to believe each other. And of course, we want to achieve big things this year.
That, I think, is your first interview in English as well. So, parabéns, foi perfecto. It was absolutely perfect. I thought we were going to be speaking Portuguese, so well done.
Thank you, thank you.
Good stuff there from Alex Aljo. How many languages do you speak fluently, Shay?
Obrigado, I was going to say
That's
perfecto.
not bad.
Perfecto.
A big Gael talk there, Donny Collins.
Yeah, I'm all together, mate.
Oscar, comes to talk to.
Gabriella applauding the crowd there as well. He might after his performance tonight. Pretty good stuff in the opponent's box.
Yeah, he was. Thought he defended quite well as well. Can be a small criticism, maybe a little bit loose.
So I think in Europe, you see results. Everybody around. You look at tonight, Arsenal and PSG. You look at them results. If you was other teams around Europe, and you go, wow, no one beats Atletico Madrid 4 and score that many goals against probably the second best team in Germany in Leverkusen. Phenomenal. But yeah, Alves hit the post, hit the bar a couple of minutes into the second half. Who knows if that goes in? Different game. Can't take away from Arsenal. Just kept on going and just steamrolled them in the end. Literally steamrolled them. And ain't seen an Atletico Madrid team like that for a long time. Looked lost. Literally looked lost. Looked beaten up. And just were well beaten. So, yeah, it's a massive statement. Big game this weekend now against Palace. They need to win that game. This is a big football match. So, yeah, they're rolling along now. But that's a great performance, especially in the Champions League against Atletico Madrid.
I thought this was going to be difficult tonight, Martin. Atletico put 5 past Frankfurt 3 weeks ago. They're in pretty good form domestically.
Well, so
brushed aside.
Did I? I mean, that's an emphatic message, and the performance from Arsenal tonight. The goals, the Rice, the delivery, always on the money. Gabriel, we know what he's going to do, but you can't stop him. His goal involvements are just ridiculous. Martinelli sits on the bench. He watches Trossard. He comes off the bench. He's got 3 goals and an assist in the Champions League games. Everything is perfect in the kitchen for Arteta right now.
Let's have a look at the first goal, because as great as Gabriel's forceful run is, and I think he scores a lot of goals, what about that for a delivery?
Yeah, I mean, the delivery, for me, from Declan Rice, unbelievable. I think if you look at the pace of the delivery from Declan Rice, even without this glancing header from Gabriel, it causes the goalkeeper a problem. So even if Gabriel misses that, it might bounce in front of the goalkeeper. Delivery was near perfect, and it was unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely.
He just thought, I can come.
And then this is a great header. Gabriel, the movement from Gabriel, he's always going to be the first to get onto any contact that comes from, whether it be a wide free kick, a corner. He's always the one that is determined to get there.
Stat from our colleagues here: no centre back in Europe's top 5 leagues has scored more goals than Gabriel, 22. Since 2020.
That's incredible.
And no team to score more goals on set pieces than Arsenal anyway for the last probably 5 years too. Yeah. So Nicolas Jover, the set piece coach, doing an amazing job.
It's not that surprising though, is it?
No,
like determination that he shows to get onto first contacts from deliveries.
Yeah, because he's the focal. He's the focal point on those set pieces, wherever they come from, wide set piece, free kick, corners. a lot of players' job is to block everybody or disturb the goalkeeper, whatever, for Gabriel to head the ball at some point.
I think he...
And from Gabriel.
Fans pour out of here tonight. They'll be very happy with what they've seen, Theo.
Surprised me. Wouldn't it be really refreshing as well as a player came out and said, do you know what, yeah, we can win this. It'll be really refreshing to see. However, look, he spoke very well there. And again, it's a set piece. Surprised me in the results. Plenty of goals tonight. Like Clarence is saying, where's the defence tonight on a lot of teams? However, Arsenal were patient. And they had to be patient tonight against a very resilient Atletico team. However, they did make them look very average in the second half. And I love the fact the energy was continued to be there as well. They were relentless. They didn't give them the break to breathe. And absolutely fascinating
because
results
at the start of that second half, they came out with intent, Atletico, didn't they? And they had their moments. They had their opportunities.
Yeah, the thing I like about Arsenal is that they're solid. Even in moments that, you know, something might happen, everybody comes back. They know exactly where and how to defend in the box. They know they need to really make something special happen to score against them, and they transmit that. And I think that kind of feeling is, of course, amazing. Atletico second half, indeed, you said it well, they didn't look with energy at all.
Was that a statement result tonight, Gail?
I think so. And you know, Atletico is a big team. You know, they had a very good game against Madrid. So I think no one really saw that result coming. But again, you know, we're talking about a team. What I like about this Arsenal team is when, you know, Gyokeres scored, you can see everybody coming around him. You know, it's a bunch of friends, and that's what we were saying before the game. You know, you can feel some kind of energy and positivity. They've got everything. You know, they can cover everything that you need in a game in 90 minutes. And tonight it was a very convincing performance.
I think they really exhausted Atletico. First half, Atletico pushed a lot, came out again, but it was just hitting against the wall. At a certain point, they didn't know what to do anymore. And Arsenal, you know, they showed that energy. Martinelli today was on fire. I mean,
they didn't get bored because Martinelli at times might not have the ball because he's been asked to stay out wide. However, they all kept to their jobs, and that just shows, like I said before, the patience of this team right now. Focus.
Not a great surprise then that the goal scoring started with a set piece, because 40% of their goals this season have been scored from set pieces. So we have a little look at this one, Theo, and classic Arsenal.
I mean, we speak about all the set pieces now, but it's all about delivery. Declan Rice, just like his golf swing, I'm pretty sure is pretty consistent, and it's the player that Gonzalez obviously switches off it and he gets a little touch and expects the keeper to come. However, you can see his reaction, he knows he's made the error. However, it's all about delivery with set pieces. It comes down to the focus, the energy, and you can just see here, there's nothing in this. He's very disappointed in that. But
yeah, probably he wouldn't reach the ball.
No.
That's why he stopped, actually, hoping that
keeper's going to help him out.
Yeah, that the goalkeeper would be there. But the delivery is absolutely outstanding. And it was said as well, they train on these moments, you know. How many minutes do you put in? At the end, set pieces, we know that makes a difference in football, big time.
But for Declan Rice, that's 10 assists from dead balls from the beginning of 2023, set pieces for him, and a second across the whole of Europe. You know, he is so reliable and so, you know, for Arsenal, such an absolute weapon, isn't he?
For me, it's impressive because Arsenal is a team who plays every 3 days. And you know, the week, even when you play Saturday to Saturday, is short. You don't have time to cover all the phases of the game. And by scoring that many goals shows you that they work a lot. So it means that, you know, the decision of putting more importance into the set pieces game plan is so important for Mikel, and I think you're getting the reward. But yes, in the end, Clarence said that when we were watching the game, set pieces, yes, sometimes you have combination, but really it's how you deliver the ball and how much heart you have to attack the ball. And Arsenal is full of heart.
Well, he burst the dam, didn't he? And then the flood came. And of course, the second goal was something of a beauty, wasn't it? The way it was created from Lewis Miles Skelly.
Yeah, I mean, this is a player that started off in centre mid, and when you have ball carriers, defence have to drop back and sit back because they're not quite sure what to do, and it's the weight of the pass which allows Martinelli to make his mind up. He's already got a picture in his head. But Gail, have you ever been in this position before and actually think, I need to run now? These fullbacks like to be inverted. Would you have ever thought that in your day and age?
It's quite new. It's quite new in football to be in that zone. But to be in that zone, you need to be able to have the capacity of being in that zone. But you know, we discuss about the choice of Mikel putting out Lewis Kelly or putting Calafiori.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason, because he gives you different option. He give you the wide option, he give you the inside option, and he give you that way of carrying the ball, and it's beautiful. But like Theo said, I think, you know, the first part of the goal is unbelievable, but the final pass is probably the hardest.
The weight
thing.
of that pass.
It's beautiful, and hopefully this will allow him to get more minutes. But he's a super talent.
And the patience of Martinelli as well, because he wanted to have the ball way before that, right? And he stayed there, waiting, and it was a beautiful action in total.
And of course, those two players combined with the two replacements from the weekend, or changes from the weekend against Fulham as well. So we'll ask the manager how happy he's feeling about the changes he made to that side. But that is after we've had a chat with this man. Viktor Gyokeres is on his way over to our desk, and he must be feeling absolutely brilliant. You can only imagine, having had 9 games without scoring. Although being an important part of this team tonight, he has finally got on this Champions League scoreline and says hi to Theo. Viktor, thank you so much for coming into the studio to have a chat with us. First of all, congratulations. Tell us the emotions and what's going on inside you after your 2 goals tonight.
Yeah, of course. Feels amazing. It's been a while, but yeah, we've been winning games, so in that part it's been still a great couple of months, but yeah, it's been of course, as a striker you want to score goals, and to get 2 today is amazing.
Of course you've been winning games, and you've been an important part of that, and an important part of Arsenal's resilience and their defensive strength. But as a goal scorer, we had Alan Shearer on here tonight before the match saying you just want to get going, you want to start scoring goals. So you could see almost your first goal, you kind of stopped. There was a moment where you didn't celebrate kind of wildly, and your teammates were encouraging you.
Yeah, but that was just because, you know, VAR, I don't know, it can be something, you know, I just wanted to wait to don't do too much and then be disappointed. So, yeah, I just waited a little bit, that's why. But, yeah, it was, of course, great to score 2 goals and to get this win, because, yeah, it shows where we're at.
Do you have a little look at your goals?
Yeah, why not?
I'm sure you'll have them look back later as well, but you might as well talk us through this.
Yeah, I mean, I got it there, bit in between my legs, and yeah, I just tried to get a shot on goal, really, and then yeah, it was a perfect deflection, I think, and yeah.
So you were worried about the offside of your teammate there?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you look at your movement before as well to get in front of the centre back, and you know, obviously a lot of people have been looking at the goal side of things, but you know, as a forward myself, with continuing to do those movements, those runs, and you've been doing it from day one till now, and that's the patience side of things. And my boys have been patient, waiting for the celebration as well. So thank you for that. So they'll be very happy.
Yeah,
but look, how important is just to put yourself in those positions all the time, and not to, you know, just shy away from things. It's really important as a forward.
Yeah, I think you have to be focused, but the thing is, I think sometimes you can overdo it and, you know, run into. You think it's like the right thing to do to get in front, and then the ball maybe comes a bit behind you. So I think also to have the patience and to wait for the right moment. And yeah, I think that's something I can improve. But yeah, I think just to be there, be aggressive, and yeah, the chance will come.
And the reaction of your teammates as well spoke volumes. They looked absolutely thrilled for you.
Yeah, they're incredible. I think you can see that in how we play together, and the spirit we have in the team is something else.
I think you have created that, because strikers, everybody expects them to score. You didn't score that much in this period, but all the other stuff that you've been doing for the team, making the players better, has created this reaction of them. The respect that you have created, I think, is definitely on you. So well done.
Thank you.
Does it feel like this is a very special time in this club? This season so far has, you know, nothing you could say has gone wrong. You know, you're top of the league. You've won all your Champions League games. You've had the best defensive start to a season Arsenal have ever had in 138 years. You must feel like this was a good move.
No, it feels great, of course, but I think we just have to be on our toes and keep doing the right things in training and in the games, and yeah, just be the same, and of course try to improve as well, because yeah, there's always room for that, I think.
And of course you have a new Englishman in charge of Sweden as well, in Graham Potter. Have you had a word with him yet about his plans for you?
Yeah, I spoke a little bit with him, so yeah, it feels great to have him as a coach in the national team.
Big job to do there as well.
Yeah.
Victor, thank you so much for coming in to talk to us, and congratulations on the win and the goals and Arsenal's 100% record, of course, in the Champions League phase. Imagine the confidence tonight's win, tonight's performance and tonight's goals will do for him, and what it could do for him going forwards now.
Yeah, and it's like Alan was saying in comms, they're the best goals. The ones that you're just in the right position, because the hard work he's been putting down, it's all come down to him. And you get rewarded, like Clarence was saying. So look, the goals will always continue to come because he's got great players around him and he doesn't give up. And that's the great thing about a forward, they don't give up.
Well, Arsenal is the team in England, not only, but the team in England, since I've been in England, that will always provide chances for strikers. Any strikers that come in will end up scoring goals because this is Arsenal. And you can tell tonight, of course, are there amazing goals? No. Are there important goals? Of course. And he's someone that needs to be in the box. And I think, the buying that they've done over the summer with, the additional players, he's not going to make the difference on his own, but those players around him will feed him and he will score goals because that's what he does. So a very big night for him because we talk and we said, okay, the movement, he's helping his teammate, but in the end, you want to score goals because this is how you judge. So a striker needs to score and, it's the beginning for him.
Yeah, it is. And of course, they've got Crystal Palace at the weekend in the league here at the Emirates. I mean, you wouldn't bet against him continuing it, would you?
No, not at all. And again, the clean sheet. And that's, if you want to win titles, ask Gail, it's all about clean sheets. They can win games 1-0 ugly. They can do that, Arsenal. They can win games 4-0 like tonight. But incredible tonight, and they're going to continue to get stronger because there's a lot more to come from this.
Okay, let's hear from the manager, shall we? Because Mikel Arteta is with Gabriel Clark.
Mikel, well done. So, 56 minutes in, did you see 4-0 coming?
No, and it was a really tough match. And we knew that, obviously, as long as the score was 0-0 or 1-0 losing, it was going to be really tough. After the goal, I think they opened up a little bit, and it was a little bit easier for us to find the spaces. Very happy. I think we had a big performance, big results, and very well deserved 3 points.
A big team performance and big individual performances. What pleased you most?
Both, because a big team performance without individual performance is very difficult. And at this level in the Champions League, you really need to step up on everything that you do individually. We've done that in every phase of the play, and I'm very happy.
Has Victor Gyokeres, with his first 2 Champions League goals for you, stepped up?
Delighted, because he fully deserves. I mean, the work rate and everything that he brings to the team is outstanding, and he fully deserves the goal.
Yeah, I know he brings work rate, you'll get that, but even inwardly, is he also putting pressure on himself to score? That's what strikers have to do.
Exactly, and that's what we brought him here for, and his demands on himself are really high, but we value a lot of the things that he does for the team. And you can see that biggest smile on his face today, and look at his teammates.
Is this going to be a lift-off for him?